Former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi has died aged 86 after suffering from a lung infection linked to chronic leukemia. Mr Berlusconi was a billionaire media mogul who created Italy's largest media firm before moving to politics. He was also the owner of AC Milan for a while, the big Italian football club for those not in the know. The four-time Prime Minister was caught up in multiple scandals over his time, cementing him as one of the most polarising people in modern Italy. Mr Berlusconi's business empire spanned from construction to TV, publishing, retail, and as I just mentioned, a top-flight football team. Guido Crosetto, Italy's defence minister, says his death has left a huge void. And joining us live now is five-time Italian Senator Lucio Malan. Lucio, good to see you. Thanks for your time this evening, your time. So what was your initial reaction to Silvio Berlusconi's passing?
Well, we will miss him a lot. He has had an important, incredible role in the Italian politics, and not only in politics. He has built up this coalition that has been lasting 30 years, a very successful coalition of center-right, we call it. And in these 30 years, it has won most of the times. And when the coalition lost, it was for a very thin loss. And so that has changed the Italian politics. And even at the European level, actually, we currently are thinking of bringing this kind of coalition to Europe. And this is a long-lasting heritage that we have from Silvio Berlusconi. More than that, he had an incredible empathy with all the people he would deal with. And despite the fact he was one of the most successful persons in the world in many fields, in publishing, in building, housing, sports and politics and show business, he was able to relate with anybody, with heads of state as well as with common people, with the same empathy and will to understand and to listen.
Right, yeah. I mean, he loved the spotlight, but his leadership was stained by scandal, though. There were many court cases. Is it fair to say, and there was the Boonga Boonga parties as well involving women, is it fair to say he was the Donald Trump of his day politically before Donald Trump emerged on the scene in the US?
Well, in a way, Trump has had a similar path. They are both entrepreneurs who enter politics, changing the way to communicate, but yet they are very different people. You said about Berlusconi that he had many judiciary cases, but if out of 31 judiciary actions against him, only one ended with a sentence, with a guilty sentence, well, that means something. That it means that 30 times there were some prosecutors who wanted to damage his political life with accusations that didn't hold at the moment of the trial. And that one accusation was for a tax fraud, supposedly of which he was supposedly guilty, even though he didn't have any role, any executive role in the company where this supposed tax fraud was performed. So even the Court of Cassation that confirmed this sentence, then a few months later said that the criterion used with Berlusconi cannot be used with any other case. So that tells a lot about this case.
Okay. Well, Lucio Malan, five-time Italian senator, sharing his thoughts on the passing of Silvio Berlusconi. Thank you, Lucio.